Moving on, and former executives of French cement manufacturer Lafarge are among 8 people on trial this Tuesday as the company faces accusations of financing terrorism. Lafarge is accused of paying millions of euros between 2012 and 2014 to terrorist groups, including the Islamic State group, to keep their cement plant running during the Syrian civil war. It's the first time a multinational corporation has faced such charges in France. For more on this story, we can cross to France 24's Charlotte Hughes at the courthouse. Charlotte, what are we expecting to hear from court today?
So over the course of the rest of this historic trial, we're expecting to hear from Syrian former Lafarge employees. So these are people who are among the plaintiffs and who were continuing to work at the cement plant in northern Syria during the height of the civil war, even as other multinationals closed their doors. Now, these former employees allege that Lafarge put their lives in danger by allegedly paying money to jihadist groups in a bid to keep that cement factory up and running. And some of these former workers say they endured kidnappings and threats to their life during that time. So we're expecting to hear them speak more about those experiences and how they've been impacted by them in their bid to receive reparations. As for what we're expecting to hear from Lafarge's side, former CEO Bruno Lafont has argued that French intelligence requested Lafarge to maintain a presence in Syria in order to gather information about what was going on the ground during the conflict. Now, judges in the case have indeed acknowledged that information was shared between Lafarge security employees and French intelligence, so we're expecting to hear more detail on that over the course of proceedings, which are expected to last until the 4th of December, mid-December.
And it's not the only legal woe that Lafarge is facing, is it?
No, it is not. So back in 2022, Lafarge, in a separate investigation in the US, Lafarge admitted that its Syrian subsidiary did indeed pay money to jihadist groups, including the Islamic State, in a bid to keep that cement plant in northern Syria running. And Lafarge then agreed to pay a penalty of some $778 million. Now, having this as a backdrop, of course, throws into question this defendant's presumption of innocence, which is a central tenet of French law. And indeed, one of the defendants has said, I quote, that this backdrop, the US plea deal, is a blatant attack on his presumption of innocence. Finally, Lafarge is also facing separate charges here in Paris of complicity in crimes against humanity. The reason for this being, of course, that those jihadist groups that Lafarge allegedly financed, were groups that committed atrocities, including kidnappings and killings. So even when this trial has wrapped up mid-December, it looks to be by no means the final chapter in Lafarge's legal woes.
All right, Charlotte. Well, we will be checking in with you a little later on to see how that goes.